Hey everybody, it's Ms. Dietrich helping you on Lesson 28, Solving Percent Problems from Engage New York. Exercise 1 reads, the following items were bought on sale. Complete the missing information in the table. Let's start with the easy stuff first, shall we? If we take a look at the last two columns here, we have percent saved and we have percent paid. If you were to add these two columns together, it should equal 100%. Let me just move this calculator off a little bit to the side so we have room to write that. Percent saved plus percent paid equals 100%. Because remember, 100% is all of it. If you're paying full price, you're paying 100%. So that means if you saved 20%, subtract that from 100%, you would be at 80% for percent paid. Or here, 25 plus what equals 100%. Wouldn't that be 75%? What plus 90 equals 100%? That would be 10%. 40 plus what equals 100%? Wouldn't that be 60%? And same thing here. Something plus 80% equals 100%? It's 20%. All right, now this one we're going to look at last. If we have time, we may not have time because you have to use another approach for figuring these out. All right, so now let's take a look at, sneakers. That one's not terribly difficult. Now, we know that the original price is $80. The sale price has to be less than $80. So we have a couple of options for how to figure this out. One option is to set up a proportion. Another option is to figure out the decimal equivalent of the percent paid, which would be 75/100, because remember we just moved that 2 over to the left. 75% is equal to 75/100. We can take that and multiply it by the original price, and that will give us the sale price. All right, let's take a look at that on the calculator, shall we? We're taking the original price of $80, and we're multiplying it by the decimal equivalent of 75%, which is 75/100, and we get 60. So that means that the sale price is $60. Another way you could have done it is you could have taken the original price, which is $80, multiply that by the decimal equivalent of the percent saved, which would be 25/100 or 0.25, and the discount is $20. You could have subtracted the $20 from the $80 to get the $60 that way. All right, let's take a look at the television. We'll do that one next. That has some pretty user-friendly numbers. All right, so in this case, they give us the sale price. So we have to figure out the original price. Now we have a couple of approaches for how we can do this. Now let's look at a proportion as one method of solving. Now remember, the top is the part of it number. The bottom is the all of it number. Now the sale price, that's the part of it number, right? We want to know what was it originally, or what was the regular price. We'll use R for regular price or original price. Now we know that when we talk about percent, the all of it would be 100%. Now you have to decide one of these two numbers we're going to put here, but you have to ask yourself, is this represent the 80% number, or does this represent the 20% number? And the answer to that question is the 80% number. All right, we can simplify by getting rid of the zeros. We can also divide by 2 if you want to do that. 8 divided by 2 would give you 4. So let's cross the whole thing out and put a 4. This divided by 2 would give you 5. So essentially, if we kind of clean this up a little bit, we have 800 for the sale price. We're trying to figure out the regular price, which of course would be more than that. And then we simplified this to 4/5. All right, now these two numbers are compatible, so we don't need to do anything crazy with cross products because 4 times something does equal 800. And hopefully you know that the something is 200, which means that we can do the same thing here on the bottom. We would do 5 times 200 going this way to get the answer. And hopefully you see that that would be 1,000. 5 times 200 is 1,000. Now, of course, you can use the cross products. 800 times 5, and then divide that by 4. That's an option. All right, so now if you have to figure out the discount, isn't there a $200 difference between these two things? That's one way to do it. Or you could have taken the original price and multiplied that by 0.2, which is a decimal equivalent of 20%, to get that value. All right, so some of these are a little more challenging. I'm going to try to add a few more screencasts to help with the ones on the bottom. Be on the lookout for those. Hope you found this helpful.